Lesson 3. Files and folders in Windows 10. Operating System. An operating system is the most important software without which a computer cannot work. It manages all the resources of the computer. It also acts as the interface between the user and the computer hardware. When we buy a computer, an operating system is the first software that needs to be installed on it. An operating system also controls all the storage operations into the computers, such as how the files and directories will be created, how the data will be read and written from and to the files, and how the contents of the files and the directories will be copied from one place to another place. In previous classes, you have already got familiar with the interface of Windows 10 and desktop management in Windows 10. Now we will understand the fundamentals of file management in Windows 10. Let us first know the features of Windows 10 OS, which makes it different from the previous versions of Windows. Features of Windows 10. Windows 10 is a personal computer operating system which was developed and released by Microsoft on July 29, 2015. It is one of the most recent versions of the Windows operating system. It can run on desktop computers, laptops as well as tablets. Windows 10 is released with many useful and interesting features. Some of these features are as follows. Interface and graphics. Windows 10 is GUI-based operating system where the users interact with the system by clicking icons, pictures, menus and buttons using a mouse. It has a very attractive look and consists of many full themes. Start menu. In Windows 8 and Windows 8.1, the Start button and the Start menu was replaced by the tiling interface. In Windows 10, the Start menu has been reintroduced to launch the apps. It also displays the tiles for apps and live tiles on the right side. It also provides options to shut down, restart, or sleep your computer. The Start menu appears when you click the Start button, present on the left corner of the taskbar. Taskbar. The taskbar in Windows 10 is application-oriented. You can pin any application on the taskbar and open in just one click. Searching using Cortana. Windows 10 comes with a built-in personal digital assistant called Cortana, whom you can talk to or ask questions from, like, where is Taj Mahal located? It allows you to search information on the web, show you the local news and weather, and provide reminders based on time or location. You can even ask it to perform simple tasks for you, such as set alarm, send email, play music or video, and so on. Multiple desktops. Windows 10 comes with the Task View feature, which allows you to work with multiple desktops at the same time. This feature also helps you to quickly switch between the multiple open windows. You can click the Task View button on the taskbar to see all of your running apps and programs. Click on any of these apps to open it. You can click the New Desktop button on the top left corner of the screen to create a new desktop. Files and folders. You must have heard your mother asking to keep your things at their proper places so that you can find them easily. If things are not kept at their proper places and in an organized manner, it would be very difficult to find them. In the same way, we need to save data in a computer in an organized way. Since a computer has a large storage capacity, it would be very difficult to find a particular piece of information if it is not stored properly. The data and information in a computer are stored in the form of files. A file is a collection of related data and information. Files can be stored on some storage device such as hard disk, CD, DVD or pen drive. When you create many files and store them at the same location, it becomes difficult to find a particular file. So it is advised to store your files in folders. A folder helps you organize your files on the computer. It helps you locate any file easily. A folder may contain one or more files. It may also contain one or more folders in them. A folder present inside another folder is called a subfolder. File name and file name extensions. Each file stored on a computer is associated with a file name and extension. A name given to a computer file is called a file name. It is used to identify and locate the file in the computer. The name of the file can contain any character, including letters and digits, except special characters. A file name extension enables you to know the type of a file, and accordingly, the file icon is displayed. It consists of 3 or 4 letters. For example, in the figure shown here, the file named computer.txt shows an icon of the Notepad program. Here, computer is the file name and .txt is the extension of the file. Managing files and folders. Managing files and folders means creating, opening, renaming, copying, moving and deleting a file or a folder. Let us learn how to manage files and folders in Windows 10. Creating files. You have already worked in softwares such as Paint, MS Word, Notepad and MS PowerPoint. It is very important to save your work in the hard disk so that you can access it later. When you save your work, a file is created in the hard disk. For example, suppose you have created a drawing in MS Paint. To save your drawing, click the File tab and then click the Save As option. Enter the name of the file in the Save As dialog box and click the Save button. The drawing will be saved with the specified name. Creating a folder. Suppose you want to create a folder in E drive on the hard disk. To do so, follow these steps. Step 1. Double-click this PC icon on the desktop. This opens the This PC window. Step 2. In the right pane of the window, double-click the E drive. Step 3. Right-click anywhere in the blank area of the window. A shortcut menu appears. Step 4. Point to New option and then click Folder from the list to create a folder. Or Step 5. Click the New Folder button present in the New group on the Home tab of the This PC window. Step 6. Type a name for the new folder and press the Enter key. Opening a file or a folder. When you have created a file or a folder, you can open it to view its content. To open a file or a folder, follow these steps. Step 1. Open the This PC window. Step 2. Locate the desired file or the folder. Step 3. Double-click on the file or the folder to open it. Selecting a file or a folder. To select a file or a folder, you can click on its icon. When you click a file or folder icon, it gets highlighted, indicating selection. You can also select multiple files and folders at once. There are various ways of doing it. To select multiple adjacent files or folders, click the first file or folder to be selected, press and hold the Shift key and then click the last file or folder to be selected. All the files and folders present in between are selected. To select multiple non-adjacent files or folders, click the first file or folder to be selected. Press and hold the Control key and then click other files or folders that you want to select. To select all the files and folders present in a location at once, press Ctrl+A on the keyboard. Copying, moving a file or folder. You can move or copy a file or a folder from one location to another in the computer. Cut option is used to move the file and copy option is used to copy the file from one location to another. To move or copy a file or a folder from one drive to another, follow these steps. Step 1. Open this PC window and locate the file which you want to move or copy. Step 2. Right-click on the selection and click Cut or Copy from the shortcut menu that appears. Alternatively, click the Cut or Copy button in the Clipboard group on the Home tab for cut and copy action, respectively. Step 3. Go to the location where you want to move or copy the file or the folder. Step 4. Right-click anywhere in the blank area of the window and then click Paste from the shortcut menu that appears. Or click the Paste button in the Clipboard group on the Home tab. Renaming a file or a folder. You can change the name of a file or folder at any time. To do so, follow these steps. Step 1. Right-click on the file or the folder that you want to rename. A shortcut menu appears. Step 2. Click the Rename option. Step 3. Type a new name for the file or the folder. Step 4. Press the Enter key. The file or the folder is renamed. Deleting a file or folder. If a file or a folder is no longer required, you can delete it from your computer. To delete a file or folder, simply select the file or the folder and press the Delete key on the keyboard. The file or the folder is moved to the Recycle bin. Restoring file or folder from Recycle bin. If you have by chance deleted the file or the folder, double-click the Recycle bin icon on the desktop to open the Recycle bin window and locate the deleted file or the folder. Then, right-click the file or the folder and click Restore option from the shortcut menu that appears. Once the file or the folder is deleted from the Recycle bin, it cannot be stored. Viewing the properties of a file or a folder. Every file and the folder in the computer is associated with some properties. To view the properties of a file or a folder, follow these steps. Step 1. Right-click on the file or the folder whose properties you want to view. A shortcut menu appears. Step 2. Click the Properties icon. The Properties dialog box of the selected file or folder appears with General as the active tab. This tab displays the general properties of the file or the folder such as type, location, size, date of creation, and so on. Creating a shortcut of a file or folder. Sometimes it happens that you need to access a file or a folder frequently. To access it easily and quickly, you can create its shortcut on the desktop. When a shortcut icon is created, a small jump arrow appears at the lower left corner of the icon. To create a shortcut of a file or folder on the desktop, follow these steps. Step 1. Open the This PC window. Step 2. Locate the desired file or the folder of which you want to create a shortcut on the desktop. Step 3. Right-click on it and point to Send to option from the shortcut menu that appears. Step 4. Select the Desktop Create Shortcut option from the sub-menu that appears. Now, when you double-click this shortcut icon on the desktop, the renamed folder directly opens up. Quick recap. Windows 10 is released with many useful and interesting features. Some of these features are speed, interface, graphics, multitasking, start menu, taskbar, searching using Cortana, and multiple desktops. A file is a collection of related data and information. Files can be stored on some storage device such as hard disk, CD, DVD, or pen drive. A folder helps you organize your files on the computer. It helps you locate any file easily. A folder present inside another folder is called a subfolder. Each file stored on a computer is associated with a file name and extension. A file name extension enables you to know the type of a file, and accordingly, the file icon is displayed. It consists of 3 or 4 letters.